When it comes to home insurance, Geico works for you. And since I'm the Geico Gecko, I'm here working for you too.
Hey, Gecko, can you record my voicemail greeting?
No problemo. You've reached the amazing Rita. She's probably busy right now teaching music theory to neighbourhood birds, or telling a total stranger how they can bundle home and car insurance with Geico to get the discounts they deserve. But rest assured, she'll get back to you once she's done brightening her little corner of the world. Did that sound all right?
Nailed it. No notes.
Let Geico work for you. Get more with Geico.
When it comes to home insurance, Geico works for you. And since I'm the Geico Gecko, I work for you too.
Hey, Gecko, can you sing my son a lullaby?
You got it, Doug. Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, don't worry at all, because Geico did all the home insurance shopping for your dad and your mum and found the right coverage for y'all.
Nice work, G. Not like a light.
Let Geico work for you. Get more with Geico.
Confidence doesn't come before the action. It grows of it.
Educate, empower, enable, impact. Thank you for tuning in to That Will Never Work, an award-winning podcast where we share inspiring information and personal experiences related to business and the entrepreneurial journey from those who are leaders in their respective field. Now, here's your host, author and business coach, Maurice.
Hey everyone, how are you today? So, I just want to talk to you about confidence. And if you heard the way we started off, confidence doesn't come before the action, it grows because of it. And I can speak from this topic, about this topic from a personal experience. And the idea is confidence is built through action, especially small, consistent actions that create a pattern of progress. And sometimes we confuse movement with progress. and sometimes we're caught up on this hamster wheel, right? Thinking that, hey, we're moving. But in reality, we're just constantly on this same cycle, this same wheel. And so what it took for me to start to build up my confidence was to start to be more open-minded on how I can grow. And then what steps it took for me to get to that point. See, a lot of times we don't understand what is needed to grow and to be successful because of our limited resources. Our circle is small. And we don't know always how to move forward, and we get caught up in what the next person is doing. And so for myself, in all honesty, I was challenged on what I am creating, what I am doing, and Maurice, what is your true business model as you're moving forward? And so I had to take one step at a time to become who I am today. See, I thought that I was going to be this world-class website designer or this, world-class business consultant, not understanding that there were some things that I did not know, I did not understand, and I had to take the proper steps in order to get to another level. And that's what some of the things that we don't always consider, that and the mindset is, hey, you don't know what you don't know, right? But is that always an excuse? And so you can't understand who you are without taking the proper steps. You can't understand where you're going without taking the proper steps. You can't understand and be more confident if you have not surrounded yourself by having avenues of education, right? You need those individuals that you could bounce ideas off of and be open and honest enough to say, I don't know. See, here on this podcast, we talk about taking those small steps. We speak about first taking a look in the mirror, because some of us have this false idea, this false vibrato of, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the person, I'm him, or whatever it is. But do you really know what that means for you to get to another level? Again, let's not confuse movement with progress. And so when we talk about small, consistent actions that create a pattern of progress, does that mean that you start to research every day, one topic, one thing, 5-10 minutes? Do you exercise every day, 5-10 minutes? Do you create these patterns that's going to create a habit that's going to put you in a position of progress and ultimately down a journey to get to your first destination? Because it won't be your only destination. So what is that you're doing? What habits are you creating? What ideas are you forming? Who are you speaking to grow and to mature through this process? Are you able to sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to start a podcast? And is that it? Or is this a situation where I'm going to start a podcast, but I'm going to listen to other podcasters first, to first just listen to their content? Now, all right, I hear their content. Now I need to set up a process on how I'm going to create my own content. All right, now I've done that. I've created some content. Now it's time for me to sit down and write out a schedule when I'm going to record, because for most of us, I know like myself, I don't like my voice. I haven't always liked my voice. I didn't like hearing myself. So how do you create that environment or that habit so you can speak more often? So you can create those moments that someone would like to hear? How do you have those stories, personal stories, that fit into that content that you're creating? Because you want to ensure that you are connected with the content that you're putting out there. Because people like to see connection. People like to see the emotion. So if it wasn't for a person questioning me on my business model or how I plan on doing X, Y, and Z, if it wasn't for that, I would not have created a habit or habits that I practice today. So what you're listening to right now, what you've been listening to all season, has been a list of content that you've been hearing all year. There's a process. And so the habit would be to sit down, talk it out, get the information out there, get your points across. So now is when it's time for you to perform and to execute, you can do that. And because of that, now you get to see these small moments of how you have persevered, how you have achieved something that in some ways, just like the podcast suggests, that will never work. So are you ready to make that change? Are you ready to create those patterns that are consistent? They don't have to be monumental. Oh, you know what? I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and, I need to now change it so I can get up at 5. Nobody's saying do anything that drastic. at least not up front. It's little steps. So maybe today you don't get up at 8 o'clock. Maybe you get up at 7:45, 15 minutes earlier. And just incrementally do that. And then you can start to see how things in your life starts to shift as you're incrementally making those changes. Again, it's small steps. And so why does this matter? The key is when you prove to yourself that you can, even in small ways, your confidence starts to stack. You get up at 8 o'clock today, tomorrow you get up at 7:45, and you do that for a week. Next week, you start getting up at 7:30. And then now you start to see how your sleep patterns have changed. You start to see how your productivity may change. You start to see how your thoughts have changed. And you see now that your chemistry is changing, your mindset is changing, and you are able to now start to meet certain deadlines earlier and earlier and earlier. So that way, by the time it's time for you to go to bed at night, you're not totally exhausted. So again, even in small ways, your confidence will start to stack. And you will see change in your overall life. Again, it doesn't have to be great changes, just in small ways. Thank you very much for listening.
Thanks for listening. Follow Maurice Chisholm on social media to stay connected and check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, that will never work. Or will it?
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.